Hello everybody, my name is Warmaster101,
Zero Yeti.
and today we're playing the Shrouded Isles. Oh wait, nope, that's a... Hang on, let me return to the title because that just dropped me in the middle of my old save file. Yes, I would like to start a new game. So what's our first random fact? Is it fish can see your soul? Because apparently that's a thing.
Butter.
Butter?
Butter.
Like buttered french fries?
Why would you put butter on french fries?
Oh, why would you put butter on anything?
Because butter on bread is amazing.
You're right.
And occasionally on potatoes, like mashed and baked potatoes, but why would you do it on french fries?
Wait, well, hang on. No, you put butter in mashed potatoes all the time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No, you don't put butter in mashed potatoes if you're getting ranch dressing to make ranch potatoes, because then it just tastes weird.
Okay.
But if you're not going to do like ranch potatoes, then you do butter, yeah.
That was random fact number 1. Always use butter when you're not using ranch dressing.
Then put cornbread's good with butter. Especially like when you pull it out of the oven and then put the butter on the cornbread so it melts into the cornbread before you even get a slice out.
That sounds delicious.
Yep.
Do you want me to be honest about something? And you're probably going to be like, Nick, I'm going to stab you. My favorite cornbread is from Cracker Barrel.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like good for approximately 30 seconds.
To be honest...
And then if you like leave it for longer than 30 seconds, it becomes like dust.
Yeah, I can see that. What was I gonna say? My only frame of reference when it comes to cornbread is... What? Hang on, I'm clicking the wrong people. My only frame of reference is, what is the word? Is the, like, Jif cornbread and Cracker Barrel cornbread.
I didn't think the peanut butter company made bread.
Or, it's not Jif, it's like... Hang on. Oh, no, it's Jiffy. Jiffy cornbread.
Ah.
You know, it comes in that blue box.
Huh.
What does this person have to say?
Cornbread. I like corn cakes.
Are corn cakes like pancakes?
They're pancakes that made cornbread, yeah.
You know, you know how I like my pancakes?
As waffles.
No, I like my pancakes, like, crispy.
Then you would like corn cakes.
Okay, work.
I like pancakes fluffy, I like pancakes crispy, and then waffles. I don't eat a lot of waffles. I stopped eating waffles after, like, Cali.
Oh, God. The waffles
like,
in Cali were awful.
Oh, well, you made it yourself. But, like, yeah, the waffles at Cali were like, oh, the food they're serving in the line is terrible. My options are waffles or cereal now.
Do you like waffles? Yeah, you like waffles. And remember the one time where they took away the waffle machine because some dick made a mess of the waffle station?
I don't know if I was there for that.
Really?
Like, what year did it happen? Like after I left?
Maybe it did, and I thought you were there. Maybe you weren't. I'm sorry.
I was also the person that would like do a lot of weird shit with my waffles. Like I would put chocolate chips or blueberries or strawberries or raisins or just like other stuff and just put it in the waffles
That's
when I
not
was
too
making it.
weird.
I remember I put Fruit Loops in it at one point,
That's illegal.
and they're like, "Chris, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm high."
That's illegal.
Um, I put bacon in the waffles at one point.
That's bacon pancakes. That's what I'm gonna
It's
make.
gonna make
Bacon
bacon pancakes.
pancakes. New
Waffles?
York.
Okay, waffles or pancakes?
Uh, to be honest, I feel like pancakes are more versatile for some reason. Which is weird to say
That's
because both of them,
okay.
yeah, both of them you can make with the same batter basically. Just the difference is, no, I enjoy pancakes more because you don't need a special machine to make them.
That's fair. I will say with I really love corn cakes. Um, so my hat will always go corn cakes, but you have to eat corn cakes hot. Um, or you could eat them cold, but don't try and reheat them.
Yeah.
And if you're eating them cold, just smother them in honey. But corn doesn't do well when it's reheated. I will say this: a really good waffle beat out a pancake any day, but pancakes are far more consistent. Like it's hard to fuck up a pancake, but you leave the waffle in the iron just a little too long.
And it gets burned.
Yeah, and it's like that's like how I would treat cornbreads and biscuits. Like biscuits are consistent as fuck, but cornbread will beat biscuits out.
Uh-huh.
Really good cornbread will, but like biscuits, the consistency. It's like the worst biscuit is unless you're like the gluten-free fucking biscuits, which are terrible. Don't eat them.
Oh god. Oh,
They're
it's time to sacrifice somebody to the
like
biscuit god.
stuff just doesn't. No, just like don't try and eat it. But the best cornbread will blow any biscuit out of the water. But the worst cornbread, no, the worst biscuit is still better than some cornbreads.
Yeah. What is the worst biscuit to you?
I don't really care for the Red Lobster biscuits.
Really?
They're really fucking dry.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
I was gonna talk about like I'm not uh what is sorry, I'm thinking. I'm needing to sacrifice somebody while we're talking about biscuits.
Oh, fun fact about cornbread. Uh, cornbread is older than the United States because Native used to make cornbread as a staple of their diet for thousands of years.
Uh I okay. Honestly, I don't really hate food. Like what's it called? Um like Pillsbury Doughboy biscuits, like I can tolerate, but I love a good like homemade biscuit.
Hmm.
And it's what sort of Red Lobster biscuits have you gotten? Because every time I've gotten Red Lobster biscuits, they've always been light and fluffy and buttery and cheesy.
I've ate at Red Lobster like 4 times. Period.
Damn, what's that like?
Some poor.
Oh yeah, oops. How could I ever forget?
Duh. We live in a society. Just we live in a society. I know that's the fucking meme of just like, well, it's just something that happens because we live in a society, and it's all just part of the system, and you can't change anything about it. But no, this is like legitimately under the fact of, um, I am a broke ass I don't know if I'm technically considered a millennial, but for a
We're
past
at
millennial that is in debt due to several factors, including the American education system as well as the American health system that just like nickel and dime you to death. And that those two systems can be very well much fixed, but aren't because it makes people money.
me and you are at that
Not
weird.
me and you money. It makes Richie Rich even richer.
Yep. But yeah, as I was saying, we're like in that weird point. Like we were born at that weird point where we weren't Gen Z. We weren't exactly Gen Z, but we weren't like early enough for millennial because like '90s kids are millennials, correct?
I believe so.
Well, I'm gonna try and appoint you again. Uh, what was I saying? Uh, Millennials were like, yeah, we're at like, okay, so when I was younger, you could still readily get VHSs, but DVDs started coming
Yeah.
in, and
Why
like
is there? Sorry, continue.
oh, then like I was in kindergarten, and we like had those like old computers in like like those old app like Macintosh computers and like those old Dells like in our computer lab in kindergarten. And
My
then
school didn't. Well, I take it back. I didn't have one set school when I was in kindergarten. I
oh
like my family moved around a lot, so it was constant. I don't remember much. Anyway, continue.
oh shittles, hang on, I need to choose different people because uh 20 is a minor offense. Anyway, as I was saying, we have these old computers in our what's it called? Like the old Macintoshes and the old Dells and shit in our computer lab. But then I hopped over to first grade, and almost every room now had a board, and all the old computers in the lab have been gotten rid of with the semi newer computers, like Windows 2000 or whatever. And it's just like super weird. Like uh like the Nintendo 64 was still available at our time, but then it like quickly shifted into the GameCube. Okay, let's see what happens this time. I need some discipline. So, no, I don't want all of them. I want one. Begin month. Awesome.
I remember one of the schools I went to had like an IBM PC. Had like a few IBM PCs.
Uh huh.
That like the 1980s computers.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
some of the schools I went to had those.
Those are old.
Hmm.
Have we talked about my favorite anime on here yet?
No.
My favorite anime is food anime. And I don't mean
Weren't
like
we
food.
talking about cornbread?
I mean cornbread, food.
Okay, continue.
Uh yeah, my favorite anime is like food anime, but not like it's really specific. It's like isekai food anime. Like it's like
Where
about
you go into another world to make food?
oh no, it like this guy and his waitress run a bar, like a traditional Japanese bar, but their front door opens up into like a parallel like fantasy world.
Hmm.
And so they're basically like serving them uh like different like Japanese foods like sashimi and udon and stuff. No, odin and stuff. and they're like so mesmerized. Like, are you sure we can eat here? They have glass because back in the day, glass was super expensive,
Uh-huh.
and it's like they have glass windows. Are you sure we can afford this place? Okay.
And it's like actual pretty affordable.
Oh yeah, they're just like it's like they only charge a silver piece, and they're like super confused, and it's like, are you sure this is all you want to be charged? And then like they're like, yeah, it's fine, and then they take it back to the real world, and they make a fucking fortune because it's silver.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just straight up silver coins that they can pawn off. Oh
What's
man,
that? And what's that anime? It's like a restaurant that makes like the dopest fucking food imaginable, and anyone who eats it has an orgasm on screen.
that's Food Wars, and it's not like it's not like a single restaurant. It's an anime about it's a shonen anime about this guy who wants to be a great chef,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes to cooking school to become this great chef, and every time they eat, they just orgasm. Like the food on that show's really good too. Like mashed potatoes wrapped up in thick cut bacon to make it look like a pork roast. That's pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Last fact, if you can consider this episode about facts. That was known as the episode where we just talk about everything from anime to what's better, pancakes, waffles, or cornbread. Um, but Italy has its own form of cornbread. The versatile Italian polenta is a mush made from cornmeal and is sometimes fried or baked in a way that resembles cornbread. Speaking of corn mush, I don't get the appeal of grits. I've eaten grits. I don't get it. I don't get why people
Oh
eat
yeah, grits
grits.
are gross.
I like this is very coming from I love oatmeal. I don't get grits.
Do you like normal oatmeal or like steel cut oatmeal?
I don't really know the difference.
I don't know either. I just know that steel cut oatmeal like takes half an hour. You know what's a
And isn't it like
sham?
expensive?
I think so, but you know what's a sham? Overnight oats. It's disgusting.
Just get instant oatmeal.
Yeah, just eat instant oat. Get the instant oatmeal with the little dinosaurs in it. That's delicious as fuck.
I just prefer. I don't get the fucking dinosaur ones because those are like $1 more than the ones that I can get like 12 for 99 cents.
What flavor of oatmeal do you prefer?
What I like to do a lot is if I have multiple flavors of oatmeal, I'll just mix them together to see what happens. Because, like, one oatmeal packet doesn't really fill you up, but like two, or if you're really hungry, three, you mix them together. So I'll take like blueberries and cream and then maple, and then I'll just put them together, see
Oh,
what they taste like. Or
I'm just a
banana and chocolate, and just like put them together.
I'm just a straight up like maple cinnamon brown sugar guy.
I can understand that.
That shit delicious. It's been a hot minute since I've had some oatmeal. Bye guys, I'm gonna go make some oatmeal.
My guys, girls, and I'm Ron Aaron